Howdy everyone. Okay, so I've done a couple of farming videos in the past and I've mentioned that we are working through some farming data and recording, and we're doing lots of runs, and unfortunately SG changed it on us over the years too. While we were trying to get the data extracted, they would change stuff up and they went with a more zombie theme than what was originally for the game. So this has been a long process, but we have got the data now, finally. So I thought I would share the workbook here, and this is a culmination of a few dozen people, some newer and some older players like me, being almost 74 now. I've grown up a lot doing puzzle combat the last couple of years. So we kept doing runs of the same board. It's generally speaking 50 runs of every single stage, give or take. So it was combined with data from some of the newer players that we found out were recording data on their own, and other people along the way that have gamed over the last couple years. So we finally got it. And thankfully SG stopped changing it. They would change entire things, so it's hard to even say what the best boards are for the colored chests. I think we're extracting that data too. We're still doing a couple more things, which is really cool. Doing some data on the weaponsmiths and that sort of thing, and updated the one gentleman updated the speed chart again recently, so I'll be showing that soon as well, so which is really awesome. Okay, so thankfully there were lots of people that wanted to contribute to this. I am so glad that other people volunteered to do this, because this was a lot of runs from a lot of different people. Like I say, across a lot of different alliances too, coming together to do this, so it was awesome. And thanks to the gentleman that recorded all this data. That was a lot of work for him, and I'm so glad he volunteered to do that. He is from the Pirate Horde. Matt from the Pirate Horde. So I have to thank him for this. Alright, so let's go over some of the promotion items here. Best level, and this is broken down right into a per flag, so a per world energy. So best level to other helpful levels. 5.5 veterans, 5.4 veterans. 0.44 rugged shirts per Wii flag. Not bad. And then you got 5.2 veterans, 5.8 veterans. So I have heard people say that they have better luck with 5.8 veterans than they do 5.4, and that very well could be. What the data is telling us is that rugged shirts come out of 5.3 to 5.5 to 5.2, 5.4, 5.8 veterans. Now, are there other helpful boards? Absolutely. Per flag, 13.7 is one. And then, of course, he recorded recruits, because people are always usually after recruits, and the other thing people farm for is XP. I myself, at this point in the game, farm for XP. I don't need to look for anything else, because the shirts have come, I've built it up. The boots have come, I've built that up. I've got lots of ear mufflers. Ear muffs. I got all kinds. It's headphones, by the way. Ear protectors right there. I was like calling them muffs, because that's what they look like to me. Yeah, so he recorded all that other stuff as well, though, because those are generally the top items people go for. Seems to be the rugged shirts, recruits, XP, sometimes crafting stuff like gunpowder and that, but generally to keep your training schools going, it's this stuff. Sometimes boots, and there are some people that run out of these, believe it or not. I have a hard time believing that, because I have like 15,000 or something. And that TS19 is kind of expensive to run, but anyway. So that is for rugged shirts. If you're looking for the best boards, best stages, I should say, there you go. So 5.5 veterans, 5.4 veterans, and then you got 13.7 regular down there. Some of the regular boards do end up being better than veterans, but not generally. So if you're first starting out in the game, you want to get 16 done as soon as you're strong enough to in regular, and then you can switch to veterans. I'm only in 20, I think, regular in my alt account. I'll finish it one day when I can autoplay it basically, but I'm not interested in finishing it right now. Okay, so ear protectors for those that do like running TS19, which is awfully food intense. I mean, I've ran it before to burn off recruits and extra food, and it's been pretty cool. It's only 2 recruits to run that, but then you got 1-star feeders every minute for how many ever you run, but then you have to use all that food to level them to your heroes, so you end up sucking back the food for sure. But there are people that love running these earmuffs. So 7.7 veterans being the best with 7. Oh, right on. 2, 4, 5, 6, and 7. They're all basically that 4.4 percentage. And then you get the highest amount of recruits, and then of course the XP at 380. Making 7.7 veterans best overall. However, as you can see, all these other boards will give you some as well. Just not as many recruits and just not as much XP. So 7.1 regular, 7.8 regular. So there's 2 regular ones listed there from our data. Wrench. I end up with tons of these, so I don't ever have a need for it. If you're first starting out though, you probably do. And so again, 6 veterans is the dominating one. And there's 2 more listed for regular though, 6.7 and 6.8. So that's good. Yeah, when you first start out, you definitely got to take advantage of the best regular boards until you can get veterans opened up. So boots, here's another one people farm for. So I did a lot of farming in 4.3 regular for boots. I still hit that up in my alt account sometimes. Sucks for XP though, and I like farming for XP. However, it is a lot different farming in an alt account now. I have not got as much built up, and I can't get as much built up because they actually did cut it back at one point. So all of us that started a couple years ago got a bonus from that because they cut back the amount of loot that they gave us in veterans over the years. So it's not as great plundering veterans as it was. So therefore I've noticed a big difference in my alt account because of that. I just haven't got, like, I've got, I don't know, 1,400 or more boots in my main account, but I can hardly keep them in my alt account. So it's going to take me a long time to get to where I'm at with a stash in my main account. I don't even know if I can, to tell you the truth. So I hit 4.3 regular up quite a bit, even though it isn't the best one. However, I do farm 4.1 veterans now that I can autoplay it. I've been able to autoplay a lot of levels in veterans now that I'm stronger, and got basically 3,500 teams. So that is good. That autoplay button is amazing. Survival knives I've never needed to farm for them. You do end up with quite a lot. 9.1 veterans would be one reason why I end up with a lot, because I do hit that up quite a bit. And that one's good for a total variety. It's a nice board for a total variety, and it's the last Wii that is only 4. Once you hit 9.2, it's 5 Wii, and yeah, it's a good one for XP and just variety in general. So I hit that one up a lot. So I don't have a problem getting survival knives. And 9-1 regular. There you go. So if you're hitting it up in regular, good job. You're gonna find some there. Alright, 11-9 veterans for pouches. I found enough of these did eventually drop though. At first I needed them, but once you got going and got farming, enough of these usually dropped that I didn't find them a problem. That's awfully high in regular though, to get these to drop, 19.5. Huh, interesting. Okay, scarves. Yeah, they weren't that plentiful in the beginning either. Had to farm for these quite a bit in the beginning. So 10.6 if you're looking to hit up regular for these. And 10.10 and 10.9 in veterans. So it stays pretty much 10 across the board to maximize farming for these. And military rations, never had a problem with these either. These build up quite a bit, and you don't generally use a lot once you get away from leveling up 3 stars and kind of away from that in the beginning. And then you only end up needing 1 to put through for TS20. So it only takes 1 of these, 300 recruits, and what, 297k of food, something like that. So you don't end up going through a heck of a lot of these, just at first, when you're first leveling up some teams, and once they're done, you end up accumulating these. But 13.7 looks like in both regular and veterans there. That's not bad XP, 453. So remember, that's on a per flag basis too. We broke it out to per world energy. Alright, so handcuffs. Again, this is kind of like the military rations for me. I don't know, you do need them at first, and then you end up building up so many that you don't end up needing to farm for them. But if you're looking for them when you're first starting out, 12.7, 12.9 regular. It's good for those ones. Okay, canteens. Yeah, these end up building up too. And canteens, that's in one of the special ops, I believe. The canteens drop, so do the handcuffs, that sort of thing. So as the special ops rotate through, you're gonna get them anyway. Scarves are in the special ops as well. I can't remember if waist pouches are. They probably are though. So 8.8 veterans or 8.2 regular. And 8.2 regular is good for recruits, as you can see. A lot of people still hit up 8.2 regular. If they're not farming for XP or something different, they'll hit up 8.2 regular. Quite a few enemies in those waves too, so you can fill a box rather quick, one of your enemy mission boxes. So that's pretty cool. Alright. Now, the higher promotion items, the 3-star stuff here. Got your ammo belts, 15.10 veterans. That's high again, too, for 19.11 regular there. To get these to drop. Now, the ammo belts, I can't remember if they're in the special ops or not. I don't know that they are. But again, as you go, you'll accumulate quite a number of these. I think they're awarded quite a bit in loot in general, because they're considered one of the promo items. So same with the combat manuals. 17, so area 17 in veterans, this is high to farm for the combat manuals too. But again, I do find that they drop in loot, so they'll drop in your war machine loot, they'll drop in your enemies and your hero chests. So as long as you're filling that sort of thing regularly, so war machine, you know, if you're hitting it every day and you're getting 5-6 of them a week, as a lot of groups do, they only skip one once in a while, then these will drop. So will these. So we'll generally all the 3-star promotions. So keep that in mind. Even though it's higher farming, that is another way to accumulate them, is to make sure that you're doing raiding, getting that chest, and then every 5 days you'll get the war machine chest too, plus the war machine loot every day from it, and then filling up your enemy's chest. If you're rotating through all that pretty quick, you'll end up with a lot of these items. Gas masks as well, for sure. Absolutely. So 16 veterans, 1610 veterans. And then 16.4 regular, so another high one, but again, keep filling your chests up. And then the Trent Spade. Anywhere in 22 veterans, yeah, I've noticed that for sure. It's crazy. I've got mostly Trent Spades out of all this 3-star promotion items, and that's from hitting 2215 up with loot tickets a lot. So I have definitely accumulated a good stash of these. So 14.9 regular and veterans though, if you're looking for somewhere lower to farm. 14.9 regular, that's gotta be, that's getting up there in Wii. Is that 5 or 6 Wii even? Yeah, so that's kind of getting pricey even on Wii. Alright, so that covers the promo items. And